So the score 4-1 as we start the second period, and Fife Flyers have in fact changed their goalminder. Andy Donald, who's played 23 games, has given way to Craig Dixon, who's only played in 13 games, just 19 years of age. And the face-off in the Air Bruins end. Fife have really not got into top gear yet, but there's Ali Brennan on the left there in the grey sweater. He's the assistant coach, Great Britain player, 102 games for Great Britain. 19 is Danny Brown. Down the back, Kenny Wells. John Kidd. Here's Kenny Wells again. It's all right. Oh, that was a good chance for Kevin Murphy. The puck was dropped in front of the net and he had a shot. He did well to get it, in fact, but the goalie also did well, and that's the person they're applauding, Craig Dixon. Murphy did well to get the shot because the puck bounced suddenly in front of him, and Craig Dixon did well in the goal to stop it. There it is. Good stop by Dixon. And Fife really haven't been able to take advantage. Here's Stojanovic. Great shot, hit the post. What a great shot it was. But it hit the post. Those are the ones that Stojanovic normally scores on. Whistle. Gordon Leto. Well, Stojanovic takes that puck and he keeps it low and he slaps it, and when he slaps it, it's really going. Hit that post and out again. We're just about 5 minutes into this second period. Fife keeping the play in the air end, but they're not getting themselves in good positions to get good shots on the net. Again, the shot blocked. Slaughter to Kidd. Slaughter going in front. Kidd out in front. Puck still there. Just bounced around on top of the net. Still Era keeping there. Gibson out in front. McAfee. And now a break. Stojanovic is in. He doesn't miss them. Oh! It's going to be a face-off. Well, that was quite a collision. Stojanovic comes in very fast, and then the defenseman underneath him, and the puck away, and hits that net a cracker. The pressure entirely in their end. And that crowd urging Fife Flyers on. Good stop by McCrone. That was Jimmy Pennycook. Pennycook again. Oh, the chance and a goal! Chick Cottrell, the scorer. The pass came out and the building has erupted. Everywhere around the rink they are standing. That's it. That's the goal that Fife have been promising to score. Chick Cottrell is the scorer. The pass out. Cottrell was in front, put it away, and it's 4-2. So, Bedard and Brown and Abel putting it through. Stojanovic didn't get it. That's Slaughter to Bedard. Bedard around the boards, out in front, didn't get through to Kidd, who was standing in front of the net. Here's Plum. Turned back by Wells. Linton going through. Linton there. Linton over the top. Puck is still loose. And shot down the ice by Kevin Murphy, which must be a whistle. It is. Well, Fife are really taking it to them. Being waved on. Stojanovic. Air in possession. Well, now the Fife machine is beginning to roll, all right. Plum. Abel. Slipping it through. Here's Andy Linton coming down the right. He'll get there first. Stojanovic was out in front. Here's Abel again. Sulik steps up, the wind is empty. There it is. It's Andy Linton. Andy Linton the scorer. And Fife right back in the game. G-block up in the air. The puck comes up high. There, bounce down. Andy Linton. Backhand into the net. It's 4-3. Well, Linton, well, probably won't get an easier chance than that, but there's only one goal in it now. Paul Bedard, who's scored 3 goals so far for our Bruins, the player coach, and he's really playing an inspiring game. Alistair Brennan, the assistant coach, the former Great Britain international, doing his stuff on the bench. Wells. Stojanovic. Looking for Linton. Hooked away. Oh, good stop by McCrone. Here's Brian Pete. Danny Brown for Fife. Brown still there. Well intercepted by Slaughter. Henderson. Andy Linton shooting it in. Steve Slaughter. Almost taken out by Linton. Still has it. Slaughter the defenseman. Linton, Stojanovic with him. Stojanovic with a shot. And I think that came off the post again. That's the second time Stojanovic has hit the post. Gibson. Still there. And away again by McCrone. That was off the skates. The puck is still loose, and it's flicked down the ice by Slaughter. What excitement around that net. A face-off, but McCrone was really in action then. He's a very, very busy boy at the moment. Here's the snapshot, off the post. That was Stojanovic again. Face-off just inside the air end. Plum. Oh, look at this! Kevin Murphy! He's got it! Oh, what a break! Kevin Murphy scores again. That's his second goal of the game. Right against the run of the play, but they count. Kevin Murphy comes in there and got that break. Dixon waits for him, doesn't move, then he moves, and Murphy shoots. It's 5-3 for Ayr Bruins. Bedard with a long shot on the net. Cathcart. Now, Gordon Leto, McCrone, fumbled it slightly, but sat on it quickly. Well, it's a tough game, ice hockey, and that's the sort of thing that players accept. Well, it's 6.5 minutes left to play in this period, and still Ayr Bruins out in front by 2 goals, 5-3 the score, and Ayr almost a break there. Kenny Wells keeping it in and pushing it into the Fife end. Ooh! Kevin Murphy took his man out all right. Oh, neat pass. Danny Brown going in, and Brown taken down. Kevin Murphy must get a penalty this time, and he'll get it for hooking. Danny Brown taken out when he had the chance. Kevin Murphy, who scored 2 goals, the man who hooked him. So, there's Brown coming in. There's Murphy with the hook, takes him away, and so Murphy now spends 2 minutes in box. That's his 3rd penalty of the game. Well now, Fife have yet another power play. This is their 7th power play of the game. Are they going to capitalize on that one man? Jimmy Pennycook back to the point. Neil Abel with a slap shot. Blocked, well blocked by Paul Bedard. Danny Brown round the back to Pennycook. It bounced over a stick. They've got to find someone in the clear. Stojanovic in front. Brown was taken out of the play. It's Pennycook back to Abel. Abel across to Plum. Ron Plum. And that bounced over the top. Back to the point again. Abel. Deflected. Pennycook. Bouncing through to Ron Plum. This time it's bounced clear. Paul Bedard hustling him. Abel. Just under a minute on the penalty. And Fife still taking it to air. Stojanovic is in. And the puck loose. Shot away by Bedard. Well, the seconds ticking down. 5-3 the score, remember. Fife in the power play, and they need the goal badly. McCrone holding it. And there's 37 seconds on the penalty. So Fife have really got a powerhouse on the ice now. That's Danny Brown. Bounce over the top. Still there. Oh, good stop by McCrone. Great stop. Good reaction. Oh, it's loose again. It's so loose in front of that net, but it's underneath that pile of players now. And McCrone did brilliantly. Here's the slap shot from the blue line. Beautiful punch away by McCrone. And again, that's to the left hand. Comes back in there again. So McCrone has done really well. Score still 5-3 for Ayr. Fife have had 27 shots on the net to Ayr's 18 so far in the game. So Fife doing the attacking, McCrone doing well in the nets. Brown, oh, that wasn't far off the target. Cleared away. Murphy standing up, waiting to come out on the ice. 8 seconds remaining of his penalty. And Ayr have done really well to hold off Fife. Neil Abel and Kevin Murphy back on the ice. Both teams at full strength. Here's Brown. Got Stojanovic with him. Pennycook in front. That puck is loose. It's in the net. I wouldn't like to say who to give that goal to. Danny Brown was the man, and it bounced off. The pass came across from Stojanovic. It bounced off the back of Danny Brown, but that's one back. Well, there's Brown. Floats it across to Stojanovic. Stojanovic in front. Bounced off the body, I'd say. But anyway, Brown should get the credit. And it's 5-4. Alistair Brennan there on the left. The bench coach, the assistant coach who looks after the bench. And Ayr finding the pressure on them now, as there's only just that one goal in it, but they are still in front. McCarthy. McCarthy's shot blocked. Wells shooting it in. Come to Andy Linton. Danny Brown in front. Brown with a chance. And the puck is still loose. It's still loose. It's in the net. And it was Stojanovic that put it in there. The puck came loose. A pile of players in front. And Fife Flyers look to me as though they've equalised. Now, are they going to say there was a player lying in the crease? Well, there is a controversy on this. We'll have to see. The puck hasn't gone in there, but there is a player in the crease, you see. Now, if there's a player in the crease, the goal should be disallowed, but there may well have been a penalty. Well, it's Kevin Murphy again, and because of the trip and pushing the player into the crease, the goal has been allowed, and the score is 5-5. Well, Ayr a bit disgruntled because of the player in the crease, but it was Kevin Murphy's trip which caused it. And so 5-5 now. And the time to play on this period, 2 minutes and 13 seconds. 1 minute and 45 on the penalty. Here come Ayr again. Well intercepted by Steve Slaughter. On Plum, waiting. They have the power play. Andy Linton. Linton going well. Intercepted by Slaughter. Shot back down the ice again. Bedard coming back and back-checking. But here's Ron Plum. The shot only inches wide. Drummond. Down the ice again by Paul Bedard. The pressure really on Ayr Bruins now. Danny Brown. To Plum. Plum. Brown with a snap shot. A rebound and it's still loose. Only as far as the blue line. Abel, another snap shot. Kicked away by McCrone. Danny Brown. Ron Plum intercepted this time. Good play. There's a whistle and a penalty, and the penalty this time is against Danny Brown. So, Danny Brown for Fife Flyers were going to the box there for tripping. And so both teams now a man short, although Ayr Bruins man Kevin Murphy is standing by ready to come back on the ice. There's the trip just on the left there. And Brown, number 19, in the box. So 15 seconds to play on the period. The puck is still loose. The puck didn't go through, knocked away. Fife still in possession. Whistle, and that's the end of the period. The hooter went just before the infringement. What a period it was. Bernie McCrone had a super second period. Despite that, the score now is Fife Flyers 5, Ayr Bruins 5 in a really exciting ice hockey match. What a third period to look forward to.